Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III and welcome to the program Fuckers. And today I'm doing a paid review for Mark L, the Mark L collection. Hi Archie, please accept my small donation of $30. I'm an engineer in my late 20s and a subscriber to the channel for many years. Attached are a few photos of the present collection for your review. I've gone through a dozen watches in the last several years, having as many as 8 at one time, although I've realized that less is usually more. I've rid the box of the riffraff and the consolidation down to 3 key watches after careful scrutiny. Decisions were based on the watch's relevance to my lifestyle, pedigree, usability, and, of course, aesthetics. However, a principal factor was how the pieces fit together in a rotation. My goal is to have a balanced collection that is low in quantity but high in character. Okay, here we go. The Dive Watch, an Omega Seamaster Professional 300 ceramic. I think Omega did a wonderful job facelifting the Seamaster. The ceramic bezel makes it feel like a very much a modern watch despite the Seamaster's long celebrated history. I'm very particular on size and at 41 mils it's the largest I'll wear. It certainly has the most wrist presence of the three, with a black gloss style resembling a pool of wet ink and double AR coated dome sapphire. I believe this is one of the most beautiful divers in the range. The 2500D coaxial movement has been highly accurate as well. A trusted water sports or weekend piece. I agree. I love the new Omega Seamaster Professional 300. I think the ceramic works. I'm glad they got rid of that stupid Guilloget dial. That's for horology, not for fucking Omega to do. I love it. The sports watch. Rolex Explorer 2 Polar reference 16570. This Z serial number 16570 with solid end links and no holes cased is the newest edition and my first Rolex. I wanted something other than the ubiquitous Submariner by which to experience the brand. I love the GMT complication while traveling on business or working remotely with overseas clients on their time zone. This watch is not only highly usable but supremely comfortable. Also, there's something very cold and understated about a white-dialed Explorer. Archie's seal of approval on the 16570 made this one of the easier choices. As much as I enjoy it, one Rolex is enough for me. This one hurt, but happy to have Rolex scratched off the bucket list. A terrific everyday steel stunner. Brace yourself for the last one, the dress watch. I'd have to agree, the Polar Explorer 2, it doesn't get better. That is a fabulous wristwatch. Absolutely fabulous. I love the Polar, the no holes case, solid end link. That is the sweet spot. The sweet spot, fuckers. Sweet spot. And, that's like the cherry pie that Suckerhorn talks about. The sweet pie that he talks about what does he talk about? I don't know what the fuck he talks about when he's growling out hookers and bangers. But I agree, the Polar Explorer 2 doesn't get much better than that. That is such a cool watch. I love it. I couldn't be without it, okay? I couldn't be without it. The dress watch. Drumroll fuckers. Grand Seiko Quartz. Ooh, hear me out, Archie. This is without question one of the most gorgeous timepieces I've ever handled. Never mind owned. The polishing is immaculate and the beveled hands are unlike anything I've seen. The craftsmanship of the case, bracelet and clasp are unparalleled at this price point. Every facet and detail is finished with devoted precision. I opted for the 9F62 thermocompensated in-house quartz movement rated to within plus or minus 10 seconds per year because it fits the personality of this piece. It represents to me a gentleman's simple, practical watch distilled and executed to the umpth degree. While the two others must be periodically set, the GS is always ready for duty. Having a fine grab-and-go watch is a welcomed option. It does well at the office, as well as not to raise eyebrows. This is a subtle Weiss timepiece. It's not perfect, but it's awfully close for those who purchase watches not to impress others, but to impress themselves. The gem of the collection. So that concludes my small collection. I feel it's well balanced between sports and dress, mechanical and quartz, and Swiss and Japanese. I agree that a collection is a living entity and sometimes must change, but I'm happy to talk through this period of my life with one of those on my wrist. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you for the content. Your friend in New York, Mark Al. Hello.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece, we adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on Time, simply the best.
Yes, what do I think here? It's a very interesting collection, and I tell you what, there's been some people love these Grand Seikos, and I must say they do have the finish. They're really well finished watches, and I love the aesthetics of the Grand Seiko. Not sure if I could do the quartz thing, but I'll respect your choice. I'll respect your choice. I'd really like to... What would I do with your collection? I'd really like to add a Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I'd like to add that to the collection because it's a manual wind to give you automatic, quartz, and manual wind. I think you need that in the collection. And I'd possibly, okay, we'll keep the Grand Seiko there. I'm not gonna tell you to get rid of it, but can we add a Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso in steel? I think that'd be the perfect 5-piece collection. And I think you got a diver, you got a GMT, you need a chrono. Get an Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I like those 3 pieces. Even though I'm not a Seiko or a quartz fan, I do respect that choice there because Seiko is making some amazing stuff. And my good friend Donnie Haynes, he's got the quartz Seiko, and he tells me they are amazing. So I don't know. I'd like to go down the Grand Seiko path one day. I would like to do that. I'm not sure I'm quite ready for it. It's like cheese. It's an acquired taste. I'm still on mozzarella at the moment. So before I go into brie, I've got to develop that taste. But I like the 3 pieces. I really do love it. I think you got to add a chrono. I'm sorry, I want another function there. I'd like a manual wind, and that sort of justifies the quartz because you've got autos, you've got a quartz, and you've got a manual wind. All 3 major movements covered. So I like it. The 3 work. It works. It's a good collection. So Mark, well done. And please continue watching the Archie Luxury channel. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty fuckers out there think of that collection.